Yes, good job. So we're gonna try to cover some bases for you that are gonna give you some skills to teach her what we're teaching her. The things we teach her are not gonna carry over at home if you don't teach her the same things as well. So if we teach her to walk nicely on a loose leash, you need to maintain that. Or she's gonna learn with us she walks nicely, with you she pulls. So we want you to learn how to carry through and using the same techniques we're using to teach her. And you can see she's behaving very nicely for me now. Not super excitable. Yes, because we do not encourage or allow craziness and excitement on a leash because we're attached to the other end. So, and it's not fun to get dragged or have your shoulder, yes, injured because they want to pull your arm out of the socket. So one of the things that we teach to help teach loose leash walking is something that we call yielding. And what yielding is using your body language to communicate with the dog. Good girl. This is my space. I take up space and matter. And if I walk into her space, I want her to leave that space or what also would be yield from me. And so giving me space. Good girl, yes. Yielding is something dogs do as well, and it actually has meaning for them, and they understand that more meaningfully than just a leash jerk. So what we're also teaching her is when I apply pressure to the collar, she doesn't understand, as you can see I'm pulling on it right now, that pressure means go this way. So for me to teach her that, I'm going to apply pressure. She's actually leaning against the pressure in the opposite direction. I want to help her move, and then there's no pressure. So I'm actually teaching her when I apply pressure, if you move, then the pressure goes away. So that ultimately she's going to learn pressure means go that way. Good girl. This way. Good job. So I apply pressure, and then I use body language to ask her to move. I apply pressure, and then I use body language to ask her to move. So over the next week, she's going to learn that pressure means move that way. She doesn't know that now, and you could see that by the fact that when I apply pressure, she actually leans into it because she thinks historically that's how it works. So we're teaching her that apply pressure, back up. Good job. We do not want her to learn to just lean into pressure. So that's what we call yielding. And we're going to use yielding with a lot of different exercises. And we will show videos to you of us using it during healing and during other things that we're going to be teaching her. For instance, her being excited and things like that. So this is just an example of how we use yielding. And you're not just moving into her space, you need to aim for her. So if you pretend you have a barometer sticking out of your belly button and aim that for her and move into her space, good girl. Good girl, yes. Then she will move. So this is our criteria for helping her understand yielding. Good, yes. And how to use yielding. And so when we refer to yielding in any of the other videos of loose leash walking and some other things, you'll understand what that is. Good girl. And when we start with her on the leashes, I don't care if we're not going anywhere. We're standing still and we're teaching her that she does not walk in front of this line, this invisible line. Her toes are behind the line. And so if she can't be right here with us, yes, on a loose leash, then we can't walk on a loose leash. So that's where we're starting. And over the coming week, we'll share some other videos and you'll see us yielding periodically, and hopefully that'll be helpful information to you. Yes. Good girl. Good job.